Hi there, Amy DeLong, animal aromatherapist here. Today I'm talking about canine respiratory illnesses and specifically the mystery illness that seems to be getting a lot of hype in the media right now. I have a lot of interest from my community, so I have a lot of information here for you. And I'm going to jump in starting with what we're talking about, just so we're all on the same page, right? Kennel cough is a catch-all term for any dog respiratory illness. It can be bacteria, it can be viral, right? So this particular strain is a mystery because they don't know the cause. It's resistant to the common antibiotics. So the theory is that it's either viral or it's a mycoplasma bacteria, which common antibiotics are ineffective against mycoplasma bacteria. There's statistically not a lot of deaths, but of course that is, unfortunately, some have died, and that's what you hear about in the news. But they may have had predisposed or, other symptoms, other illnesses going on, like dogs that are going to be more at risk for this strain or any other kennel cough or illness. Our dogs with a compromised immune system, if they are sick for some other reason, they're doing cancer or whatever, chronic allergies, that'll make you more susceptible to respiratory illnesses, laryngeal paralysis, collapsed trachea. There's a number of things that can predispose you, make our dogs a little more susceptible to this strain or other kennel coughs in general. So like other kennel coughs, it's highly contagious. It's spread through saliva or nasal discharges. It can kind of go through the air, but you need to be in close contact with other dogs. So places like daycare, training facilities, dog parks, groomers, boarding kennels, these places are your hotbeds to spread germs. This is not a time to share water bowls or food bowls with dogs you don't know. So if your dog is in any of those areas, then you're going to want to, do some preventative, proactive remedies, offer oils or other supplements or things to help them. Symptoms, again, like other kennel coughs, you have sneezing and nasal discharge and eye discharge. They may be lethargic. They are coughing, right? And the thing about this particular strain is that the cough seems to last longer than others. Instead of 2 to 3 weeks, it might be 6 to 8 or even 12 weeks long. It can turn into pneumonia, and that's where it gets serious quickly. And if your dog has any of these symptoms, take them to the vet, have them looked at. Don't just try to treat it home, all right? If they are having any breathing difficulties whatsoever, rapid breathing, open mouth breathing, gasping for air, medical emergency, don't wait. Bring your dog in. Difficulty breathing is nothing to wait on, all right? So good news is any respiratory illness, essential oils are awesome. They are going to go in when you can inhale. They go directly in to hit the nasal cavity, to the nasal mucous membranes. If you're too stuffed up, you or your dog is too stuffed up to inhale them and breathe through their nose, then you open mouth breathing and it's going into the lungs. Again, direct contact with where the germs are hanging out. So it's awesome. Now, I recently did a video on pet-friendly germ-fighting essential oils. I'll put a link to that below. So anything in that video would be really helpful to diffuse at home, just to kill off the germs that are in the air. Whether your dog is sick or you're sick or your kids are sick, those are safe essential oils to use. Just to highlight that, their safest top of the line ones are citrus oils, which have a lot of limonene. It's just a great germ fighting constituent. So your orange, lemon, lime, grapefruit, mandarin, those would be great to diffuse kind of proactively for general health, kill the germs that are in the air, if you want to do something. Now, if your dog's at risk, like I said, and they're in the boarding kennels, this is something you might want to do. If you're not sure how to diffuse safely at home, make sure that you grab my pet-friendly guide to diffusing essential oils. I'll put that in the comments section below for a link. You'll have to enter in your email so I can send it to you, but you can unsubscribe from my list anytime. My list is I talk about holistic things, essential oils, other things, animal communication, lots of holistic animal stuff, and I only send emails out a couple times a month. So also, when I'm working with my dogs, I want to do self-selection. And if you're not familiar with that, maybe just email me. I can send you some more resources. But basically, I'm going to offer an essential oil bottle to my dog with the cap on and just watch how they interact with it. In this case, because we're treating a specific illness, if my dog shows like a really obvious no thank you, they walk away, they really turn their head away, anything like that, I'm not going to use that essential oil. If they are neutral or they sniff it out and they check it out and they seem okay, then it's a go for this particular situation. All right. If you want more information on that, I have resources for that as well. Make sure you email me. That my email will be in the comments below. So I have a couple lists here of essential oils that we can use specifically. So our first round is the antibacterial, antivirals. All right. This we can do proactively, especially if your dog is in daycare, boarding, has been exposed or around a lot of animals that you're not familiar with. These oils are not ones that I would just be using like every day. These are ones that I pull out for a specific reason. With a couple exceptions actually, but top of my list is Rosalina. That is kind of like a lavender tea tree. It's in the Melaleuca family, and it is my gentlest Melaleuca that I can offer. So Rosalina would be the top of that list. Rosemary is a great one to work with. However, if your dog has any history of seizures or epilepsy, do not use rosemary. All right. Eucalyptus radiata. That's my gentlest eucalyptus option that we can offer. Very good antibacterial, antiviral, respiratory oil. Now, sweet marjoram is on my list. I love sweet marjoram. That is one that I would use more frequently for other things as well. And then there's bergamot. And bergamot is definitely an oil that we could use anytime. And I've included it here because in studies, it has been proven effective against human strains of Mycoplasma bacteria. All right, we don't have any proof against this strain because we don't even know what it is yet. But it's worth diffusing because of its history with human strains. All right. Now, so recap that list. Rosalina, rosemary, I like verbenone or cineal chemotypes, sweet marjoram, eucalyptus radiata, and bergamot. All right. Now, if our dog is sick and we're coughing or we have nasal discharge, we have mucus going, too much mucus in the system. It's a very, in Chinese medicine terms, a very damp condition. We need to dry it out, all right? So we need decongestants and we need mucolytic oils. The oils on that list are black spruce, which if you've been around, you know I love black spruce for many reasons. Excellent one to use with our dogs. Virginia cedarwood, right? So I want cedarwood virginiana, not Atlas. I love Atlas for anxiety, but not for respiratory illnesses. We have eucalyptus radiata. Again, that's another great decongestant and mucolytic, antibacterial and antiviral. And then I have firs and pines. So think of any like Siberian fir, silver fir, Douglas fir, You may have Scotch pine, white pine, Norway pine. Think of my trees, all right? My spruce, my cedar, my firs, my pines. Really great decongestants, really great mucolytic oils, and they're grounding and calming to our dogs. So they're really nice options when our dog is sick and not feeling well. We give them a little comfort, a little grounding, a little calming, plus we're addressing that illness. All right, so what are we doing with these oils? We can start with just diffusing them in the house, diffusing them around their area of bedding, all right? Safe diffusing guidelines, we're going to always allow them to walk away. I'm not going to do it for more than 30 minutes at a time. If you have an appropriate timer on your diffuser, you can cycle it through. Otherwise, simply shut the diffuser off after 30 minutes and do it again 2 to 3 times throughout the day. Now, if that's not working and we need to step this up, your dog's still coughing because this is going on, you know, this strain has a history of the cough lasting quite a while. So what you can do is create a steamy bathroom, kind of like a steamy bathroom nebulizer, if you will. We're going to turn the shower on. We're going to bring our diffuser in, and we're going to diffuse those and we're going to bring the dog in and diffuse those essential oils in the bathroom for 2 to 5 minutes tops. All right, this is a very short term, very acute type of treatment that we're going to do. If your dog is fighting about it and hates it, don't do it. All right, but just as with us, we can add humidifier. Once you add humidity, you add humidifier to your bedroom when you're not feeling well. You take a steamy shower. We're creating that same environment for our dogs, and it helps the essential oils to go deeper into the system when you add that extra humidity. All right, the other way to use them is with direct inhalation and self-medication. If you're not familiar with that and you want to know more, again, just email me. I'm going to be doing a class on that next year, so we can learn more there. All right, but we're only going to do this steamy bathroom like 1 or 2 a day, maybe 3 times. You really have to watch your animal. How are they doing? What is their size? How big are they? How old are they? How sensitive are they? How sick are they? A lot of variables here. So if you get to that point, don't try to necessarily figure it out alone. Feel free to email me and I'll help guide you through it. Now, there's one other category of oils that I want to mention. These are very, very strong, very effective and strong antiviral and antibacterial oils. These oils are in a number of popular blends that are out there. So if you are diffusing some blends and these oils are in there, generally we always want to use some little caution, just keep an eye on our pets. In this particular case, because we're using it acutely and short term, I might select these individually and as a single oil to use. These oils include Nioli, which is another Melaleuca. It's not quite as powerful as our tea tree, but this list also includes tea tree. It includes Eucalyptus globulus, which is our strongest eucalyptus, and it includes cinnamon leaf, cinnamon bark, and clove. All right, now let me go back over that. I know I'm going to get some, but we can't use tea tree. That's toxic. All right, we're using tea tree in a very specific reason, very specific purpose, very short term, and it can be safe to do it this way. All right, I wouldn't just throw the tea tree in and go into the bathroom right off the top. I might throw the tea tree in maybe with a lavender oil. I haven't mentioned lavender, but adding lavender to any of these oils in the diffuser is great because it ups that antibacterial, antiviral component, and it also adds some relaxation and calming for our pets. So tea tree can be diffused safely. Like I said, it's in a number of popular blends and get diffused quite often in homes. So it can be done, all right? Cinnamon leaf and clove are similar. They are in popular blends. They're very strong. We need to use caution and just being aware of our animals if we're using them. But cinnamon bark, generally not used with animals, is in some blends. And tea tree. Both of those two oils, cinnamon bark and tea tree, have been proven effective against human mycoplasma bacteria. All right. So if that's what this strain is, then it's worth diffusing one of those essential oils. All right. And bergamot. Remember, those are our 3 that could be effective if this is actually a mycoplasma bacteria. All right. So giving you lots of information here. To just recap, antibacterial, antivirals are generally safe ones to use with our pets is Rosalina, rosemary, sweet marjoram, bergamot, and Eucalyptus radiata. If we're coughing and have all the nasal discharge, we need to dry that up. We're going to use black spruce, Eucalyptus radiata, cedarwood Virginia, our firs or our pines. All right. And then you have that other list of stronger essential oils. If you are in that category where you really need something stronger, again, email me and I'll help walk you through it. Now, just to review, the pet-friendly diffuser guide link is below. I also have an ultimate safety guide to using essential oils with animals. That link I'll post below if you want to know. That's going to give you like kind of everything you would want to know about safety. And then if you're interested in learning even more, I have an aromatherapy for pets course that I will be offering up again next year. So any questions or comments, make sure you post them down below. And I will, here's just our pets, our dogs staying healthy. And I will see you next time.